All right, class, let's go to attention. How do you guys feel today? Awesome, sir. Let's bow, and set position. Student creed. Student creed, sir. Line 1. I pledge to develop myself in a positive manner. Line 2. I pledge to use what I learn in class constructively and defensively. Line 3. I pledge to foster friendships and contribute to my community. Let's bow. Hey guys, so just quick note that the warm-ups online here might be a little bit different than warm-ups that you see in person. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great exercise, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with our up-down sprint drill. So we're going to go ahead and jog in place. Reminder that when I say up, you're going to jump up. If you can't jump, then substitute just a drop to the ground instead, right? Leaning down to touch the ground. Or if you want, you could sprawl out into a push-up position, give yourself an extra challenge. If I say down, you're going to sink down, touch the ground, and when I say sprint, get those feet moving nice and quick, all right? Ready? And up, and down, up. Good, and up, down. I'm going to do my best to keep my head in frame here. Up, down, and down, up, and sprint. Feet moving as quickly as you can, guys, and jog. Excellent, ready, and up, down, up. And down, down, down. Make sure to get up in between each one, otherwise it's just a single down. You only tap the ground 3 times, that's no fun. And down, down, up, down. Down, stand back up, down, there we go. Up, down, and sprint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jog. Keep your body moving here, right? As long as you can, keep these feet moving. Even if it's a longer break, don't let yourself stop. No, right? Keep the body moving. Get that heart rate up. And down, up. And one more time, we're gonna sprint here, 5 seconds. Ready, set, sprint. Keep those feet moving fast, guys. Keep moving. Going a little bit longer than 5 seconds. Get a little bonus in for us. And break. All right, for our first warm-up here, we're gonna be doing some bumper push-ups. We'll follow that up with some sit-ups, and then finally some jump squats, all right? All right, let's drop down push-up position. Remember with bumper push-ups, you start in your push-up position, you're gonna drop down to one elbow and then the other, and then come right back up into your regular push-up position. I'm gonna be doing this with my knuckles down, again, just trying to keep my wrist safe. But if you can do it on your palms, please do so. We're going 45 seconds. Ready, set, and go. The more stable you can keep your core, the better. Try not to get this big wobble back and forth. Try and keep it steady as much as you can. Finally, you see how I'm making sure my arms come off the ground each time? That I'm not just kind of letting myself, it's easier to show with the palm, drop down, pick it up, set it down. Oh, nice. We're about 25 seconds in. We're over the halfway point, everyone. Keep working hard here. 10 seconds left. Oh yeah. 3, 2, 1, and break. We're gonna jump into our sit-ups next. So go ahead and lay down on your backs. Make sure you do so safely, and again, always make sure you've got a clear area around you that you don't bump into anything. Sit-ups, get up as high as you can. If you can get your chest to your legs, even better. 30 seconds, ready, set, and go. Do your best to engage your core here, meaning squeeze your abs. Try to avoid throwing your arms. Just squeeze the abs to get yourself up. And actively, right? Not just lifting the body, but try to keep your abs tightened as much as you can. 9 seconds, we're in the home stretch. Last little bit here. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and break. Let's stand up. One final warm up for us. We've got some jump squats to do here. We're gonna be going 45 seconds. Remember your goal, keep good posture throughout the entire warm up, all right? Ready, set, and go. Squat and jump. Again, I'm gonna do my best to keep my head in frame here, everyone. But remember, you wanna Bend your knees, not your back. Don't bend at the hips here. See how my legs are staying straight? Bend the knees, jump up. What I find helpful is I'm watching towards the camera the whole time. That kind of helps force you to keep your head up. It's harder to watch while you drop your head. Here we go, down to 15 more seconds, everyone. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, break. Nice job, everyone. Hey guys, so our message of the week this week is honesty. And a lot of times when we hear this, we just think, yeah, tell the truth, right? Don't lie to people around us. And well, that is a big part of it. And it is incredibly helpful in building trust and relationships with others. Another really important aspect of honesty is being honest with yourself. Being honest with who you are, what you want out of life, your aspirations and your goals, right? And allowing others around you to know this as well. It's gonna build a lot deeper connections, more than just say, I'm gonna tell you the truth every time, right? They're gonna be completely an understanding of who you are and how they can be the best friend they could possibly be to you. So honesty, more than just telling the truth, more than just not lying to people. It's, again, being honest with yourself about what you want out of life, what you enjoy to do, and not trying to live something through someone else or live someone else's life. So again, honesty, really just a great trait to have, to continue to be honest with those around you, but also be honest with yourself. So one more time, our message of the week is honesty. Now, let's jump ahead, jump into our Pinions this week, wrapping up part C of all of our different. All right, Pinion 3 team. We've got the last section of Pinion 3 that we started working on last module, last week. I just want to get a chance to touch up on it, make sure we go over those moves again, and we feel really great going into our tip videos if you're submitting them, or if you're doing it through a private lesson, right? We want to make sure we're feeling comfortable on it. So let's jump right into Pinion 3 part C. Just like last week, I'm going to face right towards you and do everything on the opposite side. The reason for this is because all of our techniques are going in one single direction. So if I face one of these sides, I think technically if I started Pinion 3 facing this way, I would end up doing all my moves that way. You would kind of see the side profile of all of them. But if I could just rotate it and face towards you, I'm going to mirror the sides. It makes it easier for you to see how my techniques move out, where my hands are, where my stances are. Hopefully you get the idea. All right, guys, so Pinion 3 part C. We were left off last time on move number 14, right? So we were right here. Again, I'm mirroring you, right? So left hand is in the upper block, right hand is doing that forward punch. For 15, we're gonna take our left leg, pull it back into a cat stance. And that left leg should have no weight on it. And this hand that's up drops down, palm block low. My right hand here has got that peacock block up high. 15. 16. Since this left foot has no weight, it's gonna step straight to the side, lunging forward stance. We've got a vertical spear to the groin. This should feel familiar if you remember Pinion 2. It's the exact same as move number 11 in that Pinion. Boom, so 16 right there. 17, right foot follows into a cat stance. We've got our blade of the hand check, making sure our right hand is in our chamber. Let's do that again, okay? 14, upward block punch. 15, make sure that it's the left foot slides backwards, and I've got peacock block with this right hand. Next one, stepping out, 16, that vertical spear to the groin. And then 17, we've got our right foot pulling in, cat stance. We've got a check with the blade of the hand. Nice. Let's talk about 18. So 18 is a double elbow strike. I've got one that's gonna rise up, or targeting towards the chin. They're lifting up, and the second one is gonna drop with the back of the elbow hitting to the face. So if I was just on move number 17 with my check, I'm gonna make sure, so I'm gonna switch my stance here. I'm gonna make sure that my right foot steps and my right arm is the one that's doing those strikes. Awesome? Awesome, let's do it one more time. From 17, ready, and 18. There we go. Just stepping into a regular forward stance here. Going all the way back to 14, let's do it one more time. Upward block punch, ready? We got cat stance for 15, lunging forward stance for 16, check in the 17, and then 18 is that double elbow. Now the next two moves, nice and simple. We're gonna step forward and do a punch with each one. So 19 is this forward stance with a punch on the left side, and then 20, forward stance with a punch on the right side. Nice and simple for those two moves. Let's jump back all the way to 14 and go all the way through 20, okay? All right, do it with me here, ready? 15, 16, 16, sir. 17, 17, sir. 18, 18, sir. 19, 19, sir. 20, 20, sir. Let me scoop back here. We got one final move to do. We got a cat stance with the back knuckle. If you've done Pinion 1, the last move, basically the same thing. So I'm gonna take my right leg, it slides back into my cat stance. I'm gonna take my left hand, palm down, and right hand is doing a back knuckle to the nose. And that's how we do the last move in our Pinion. So again, if 19 and 20 were these punches, 21 is that back knuckle at the very end, and you've wrapped up your Pinion. Nice job. So just mentioning one last thing here. I'm gonna unmirror you, go regular side, okay? If we did this Pinion normally, I would end facing to the right side here, cat stance, back knuckle. To finish it off, we do the same thing we do with Pinion 1 and 2, which is the horse's stance, set position, and natural stance. And we have to make sure we face to the same direction we started our Pinion. That would be where move number 1 was facing, or the set position before number 1. In our case, it would have been that red wall, or the orange wall there, so I'm gonna step with my right foot, face to the front, and I would go through those moves, all right? Just some housekeeping there, making sure we know what we would be doing at the end. You don't have to include that for your tip video this week. If you'd like to, awesome, looks even better, but not mandatory. Final thing, I would challenge you to do all of Pinion 3 now, 1 through 21. Even though that's not part of the tip testing, it's a really good thing to be able to, it feels good to be able to do the whole thing. And right when you get to your student black belt test, you're gonna need to know it. So that's it for Pinion 3 Part C. Nice work, everyone. Let's jump into our next part of the curriculum. All right, everybody. So we get to work in continuation from last week where we started working on some senkotiros here. So I want to go over the basics of how we hold it and how we stand, and then we're going to get a review of what we did last week, followed up by a little addition building off of that for this week. So let's get into that review real quick. First things first, make sure that you're in a space where you can practice safely, that you're not going to accidentally hit something. I would encourage you to have as much space as you can, where if I'm holding the stick off to the side, that I'm not going to hit the wall on either side of me here. That way I know that I have a lot of room to stay safe. If you've got a stick that you can use at home, awesome. If you do not, you can always substitute, half of a pool floaty or even something like a wooden spoon, right? So something you can substitute. If not, then I'd encourage you to practice some sparring or work on some Muay Thai and make sure you're staying up to date with that stuff, all right? So let's get to that review. When you hold on to the stick, you're gonna make sure it's upright right in front of you. If you hold it in your right hand, make sure your right foot is in front. If you hold it in your left hand, make sure your left foot is in front. You're gonna leave a little bit of room down here at the bottom, which is called the puño. You got the middle of the stick and the tip of the stick right here, and then finally keep that live hand up and keep the knees bent just a little bit. So this is our stick fighting stance. All right, that's the important parts here. Now, let's get to the review of the techniques that we worked on last module, or last week. All right, guys, so last week we worked on angles 1, 2, and 3. Let's get a quick review of those. Angle 1 was dropping the stick horizontal here and rotating the hips. All right, the strike is coming parallel to the ground, horizontal strike. Angle 2 was dropping down at an angle. Up, drop it down. And I'm going to remember that I want to keep my hands in between my shoulders and in between my shoulders and hips. So it never leaves this like rectangle here. Meaning, I don't bring my hand up, but instead it comes up to my shoulder here, and as I rotate, I can strike down. Other direction. Angle 3 comes up. 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 So I've got 1 as the horizontal, 2 as the diagonal, and then 3 as my rising strike there. Now what we're going to work on this week is adding in some twirls. We've got our forward twirl and our reverse twirl. And before we start these, it's going to be very important to know how we hold the stick as a reminder for us, all right? So when you hold on to the stick here, you're going to make sure that your thumb, your pointer finger, and your middle finger are staying in as tight as they can throughout any motion you do. The ring finger and the pinky finger here can relax on the stick, but they should never let go. So I should never get to the point where it looks like this. This is when you can tell I'm starting to lose my grip. And all you need to do is accidentally lose your grip and hit yourself in the head once to never make that mistake again. Trust me on that one. So when you hold onto the stick, make sure you're holding with that tight with these 3, the thumb, the pointer, and the middle finger, and then the ring finger and the pinky finger can relax a little bit, but they should still be in contact with the stick. Let's stand back up and let's practice. So both of these twirls are going to be strikes, all right? So we'll go over how they are strikes and when they happen, but the overall motion of the forward twirl is going to look like this. And now breaking it down, you're going to take the tip of your stick and you're going to point it straight forward. And as I do this, I'm going to make sure that my palm is pointing up. That way, it doesn't get stuck in my armpit here. Palm is up. I'm gonna point the tip of the stick down, backwards, and then up again. So I'm going forwards towards you, down, back, and up. That's my forward twirl. And every time it comes around, it's a strike. So strike, strike, strike. There we go. The reverse twirl, of course, I'm just gonna go in the opposite direction, right? So the tip of the stick is gonna point back, down, up, or forward and then up, all right? And that's my strike right here at the end. Kind of in between forward and up at like this 45, I'm aiming to hit to the chin. Hit up that way. So I've got my forward twirl and my backwards twirl. Forward and reverse, sorry. Excellent. Now the goal would be to continue to practice these and see how we can mix in those twirls with those strikes. So being able to do like an angle 1 strike, twirl, angle 2, maybe a reverse twirl here, strike, strike, forward, forward, angle 1, reverse, reverse, right? It's just getting the ability to flow back and forth and feel confident and smooth with these motions. So that's all we're working this week with our senkotiros. We're going to continue to build slow to make sure we get a good foundation on this. So excellent work, guys. Let's keep drilling this and let's have some fun. Nice work, guys. Excellent work, everybody. Real quick announcements here before we go. Just a reminder that this week is tip testing week. So if you'd like to upload your video, make sure you get it done as soon as you can on the last section of your pinion. So you don't have to worry about senkotiros at all. It's just that last section of your pinion for tip testing this week. Other announcements that we have is we are able to resume in-person classes in the dojo. We're going to continue to have online curriculum. We're going to be having our outside classes on our patio and having indoor classes. So if you are attending in-person classes and you cannot go into the school, you want to stay just outside, please make sure you let us know. If you are ready to go with those inside classes and you've already been attending in-person classes, then awesome, show up to one of those and we'll have a blast. If you're going to continue doing the online option here, awesome, I'm having a blast with it. Check up on the private lesson sign-up sheet. It's going to be updated fairly soon here with the change to our in-person class schedule changing as well. So we'll get that done as soon as we can. But thank you guys. I'm looking forward to it. And looking forward to seeing as many people in private lessons as possible. I'm just having a blast with them. So that's it, guys. Let's come to attention. And let's bow out. Class dismissed.